Hi and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm sharing a layout for one sketch 3 ways. We have decided to use a sketch from 30 Days of Sketches. I'll leave a link to this Facebook group down below, and as it's day 2 we're using Jessica Micheals' sketch. So here's the sketch. I've chosen the collection I'm going to use is going to be Simple Stories Flower Shop collection. And I've got one of the for packs, bits and pieces packs as well. On the background of the sketch, there is a distressed watermark, if you will. So I've decided to use distressed oxide ink in saltwater taffy, and I'm just going to use the packaging technique. So basically just getting a piece of old unused plastic paper and applying the ink to the paper, adding water, and then smushing it all over the background to get that nice watercolour effect. So once that's dry, I will go through my 6x8 pad and choose a selection of the pattern papers that I think I'm going to use for the strips. And I've also removed the papers that's got the tags on. They've started to do the a sheet of the tags that they would do 12x12 sheet in mini formats, which is really great for adding the extra embellishments. Also, they do the cut apart, the 3x4 cut apart cards, and the other journaling element sheet as well in a smaller format. So these are the pattern papers that I've got out. I put to one side the ones that need cutting apart because I won't be using them yet, and then I'm trying to decide which pattern papers I'm going to use. So I'm going to choose these 3 pattern papers, and I cut them down to approximately about 2.5 inches wide, and I keep the full length. So I'm going to trying to figure out which way I'm going to add my stripes to the cardstock. And then I want to back my photograph using one of these pre-made frames. Now this one, I think this is a really good one. It's very printed and it looks like it's completely layered already. And I chose this one because it's got that clip at the top that looks like it's holding on to the photograph. I did go through the rest of the things to see whether there's anything else I could use from that pack. I quite like this scalloped edge border that look like the same one on the sketch, but I don't end up using that one. So now I want to back the photographs in some pattern papers just to give it some more added texture and make it stand out a bit. So before I do that, I will back my photograph onto some white cardstock just so that it stands out a bit more. Gives it a bit of edge. So I just back onto some spare white cardstock and trim it down to size, just a small white border, and then I use 2 of the pattern papers underneath, again giving small white borders just to give it a bit more definition. And then on the back of this photograph I do add some 3D foam pads as well, again just to give it some texture and definition on my page. So I'm just going to trim these down, and then they're going to be added to the what's it called? Journal, not a journaling spot. What's it called? For piece pre-made. Yes, it's going to go over there. For pre-made piece there. I was going to call it a journaling spot. No, it's not a journaling spot. So again, as I do, faffing around trying to figure out which order I want the pattern strips to go in. So I'm just going to distress the edges of all these pattern papers, and then again figure out where I am going to put them. I use my ruler to make sure they're all straight along the bottom and just leave a small gap in between each strip. Before I do that, I just add some 3D foam to the back of the embellishment piece. So I do faff around a bit trying to figure out which way I wanted these strips to be. So this is my final decision. So using my ruler at the bottom, I'm going to, I think I stick the middle one down, and then I put the two left and right ones down as well. And that's just going to go over there, slightly offsetting it to the left, so that you can still see the image of the, what's it called, a photo camera reel, a viewfinder reel at the right hand side. I didn't want to cover, if I'd moved the photograph over, I would have covered that up, but I wanted that to peek through, so just slightly offsetted it. Again, adding 3D foam to the back of that embellishment cluster, so again, it's giving more texture and more depth to my page. So that's going to be positioned there. And then I have the mini tags that I've already cut apart. I decided to use two at the top. I do trim them down and then just slightly glue them together before I add them to the top of that photo mat. I do add some twine in between that just cascades down the page. And then the next thing I'm going to do is add my title. Now, on the screen, I think it's because of the glare of the lamp, my overhead lamp, you can't really see the title, but it does say lunch date. And I've used Bella Boulevard Lunar Alphas in Cotton Candy. And I've just put that underneath the bottom right of my photograph. And I think now it's time to embellish. So I've got these this set of flare badges from A Local Magpie. So I've decided just to use the pink camera one to the top left. Before I do that, I've wanted to add this trim to the left hand side of the photograph. So that'll represent that scalloped feature that's on the original sketch. So I'll just lay that there, and again that adds a bit more texture to my page. Now I add the camera. So I add the camera flare badge to the top. Again, I just used the Nouveau Deluxe glue just to hold these in place. I've got one of these fake leather smiley faces that I add to the top of the page. I was going to add another the teal camera to the bottom, but I decided not to, and I add the fabric heart to the page, to the bottom of the page near where it says lunch date. Again, going through my wood veneer embellishment drawer, I've used some of the wood veneer from JD 3D Prints, and I've also used an arrow just to point to the title on the page. And I was going to add another arrow, but that didn't make the cut. So then I decided that I wanted some extra splatters on the background. So I've just added some saltwater taffy ink to my mat, added some water, and I just used my paintbrush just to spat some splatters around the outside. I did a cover up my thing because I was going a bit mad with it. So here's a few close-ups. So there you can see it looks like everything's all layered when it's only like three different things there. My title, I've even added journaling. Normally I add my journaling after I've done the photograph, but I've even managed to add journaling to this. So thank you very much for watching my video. Please like and subscribe to my channel. If you got any comments, please leave below. Please go and check Sarah and Ellen's take on this sketch. Join us over on our Facebook group, and we hope you can use this sketch and upload onto our Facebook group. We'll be really happy to see how you interpret this sketch for your own layout. Thanks for watching. Bye.